organizers today, Himal Multimedia and the Goreto team. And I can only imagine with the great setup that we have, this doesn't come easy. There's a lot of hard work behind putting together programs like this. So a big thank you to the organizers for the event today and for having multiple institutions here. Big thanks to the remarks that we just got from Centennial College and some of the insights that were shared as well. And excellent points that we would highly encourage for all of you to think about. But firstly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Utkarsh Bhardwaj, and I am the International Recruitment and Marketing Manager at Kwantlen Polytechnic University. Kwantlen Polytechnic University is the only polytechnic university in Canada, and we're based in Metro Vancouver, which is in the western province of British Columbia. We have 5 different campuses, more than 140 different programs, 20,000 students with a lot of diversity, and we have more than $2 million in scholarships that we offer to our international students and domestic students that are coming in every single year. So I want to thank all of you for, of course, coming here today and for considering Canada as a potential study destination. But one of the questions you might have is why Canada? And that is an excellent question that I hope each and every one of you is asking, that why specifically Canada with all the different options that you would have. So today, I hope to provide you with some insights and help answer that question about why Canada. The biggest thing that I would start with, and the biggest strength I would say of Canada, is diversity. Diversity both from a landscape perspective, so as you go across the different provinces from east to west or from north to south, there is extensive diversity that you will see. Different sort of landscapes, different weathers, you will basically find whatever you are looking for. And it is also a factor that you may want to consider as you are picking a particular institution, a particular city, or a particular province. But more importantly, I think the diversity and the strength is the diversity of the people. So when you choose Canada as your study destination, you will have exposure to new perspectives, to new ideas, and to new cultures. And when I look back at my own experiences, one of the best things I can tell you with confidence that my experiences, especially with the Canadian sector, and when I think back to my own university and work experiences, it's played a large part into who I am today. And this may not, you may not be able to connect to this right away, and it may not make sense to you right away, and that's okay. But as Steve Jobs once said famously in his commencement address at Stanford, that sometimes you can only connect the dots looking backwards. Okay? So I am sure that as you complete your studies, you settle down, and you live successful lives, when you look back at your Canadian experiences, you will look back at them very fondly. Because still, Canada, as was mentioned previously as well, it's very welcoming to our international students and to international students from many parts of the world. So again, Canadian diversity is a very big strength. The second point is about safety. So Canada continues to remain one of the safest countries in the world. And I get very happy when I hear that from our students directly. And they tell us that they feel comfortable going out sometimes late at night and being able to use the public transit system and not have to worry about some of the things that they would perhaps worry about in their home countries. So from a safety perspective, like I said, it's very open for people from different backgrounds, and Canada is still very welcoming across the different provinces. Thirdly, from an infrastructure point of view, both on campus and off campus, the infrastructure that you will have available to you, whether that's the roads, your campuses themselves, the buildings, public transit, you will notice world-class infrastructure. And I'll give you an example. So KPU is located in a Surrey called Surrey. One of our campuses in Surrey. And just 5 minutes walk from our campus is something called Newton Athletic Park. It's a 22-hectare sports facility which has 8 different football fields, 2 cricket pitches, 8 different tennis courts, and multiple different basketball courts. And our city has invested now another $45 million in these sport facilities. So as international students, you will have, of course, access to all of these great things for free. There's no other charges associated with things like this. And in the province of British Columbia, for example, if you're considering British Columbia, congratulations, because from experience, I've lived in British Columbia myself, and I can tell you from my own experiences, it is one of the most beautiful places in the world. So beautiful, in fact, that behind every car, there's a license plate. On each license plate, it says beautiful British Columbia. So it's a very, very, beautiful place to live. And in BC, for example, we have more than 300 different golf courses. And why this is relevant, along with the sport fields that I was talking about earlier, because this is a great example of institutions working with the job demand. So turf management, for example, is a program that we offer at Kwantlen Polytechnic University. It is a 2-year program that we offer, and it teaches you about how to maintain turf. And of course, once you graduate from programs like this, there are the golf courses I mentioned, 300 golf courses in just the province of British Columbia alone, or the many sport facilities, and you would be having job opportunities available there. Finally, I think the high quality of life is also a point that you may want to consider if you're considering Canada for your studies abroad. So overall, with the work opportunities that you will have available to you, the clean air or the clean water. So, for example, in British Columbia, we don't need to use any of the water filtration systems. We can just open the tap and you drink directly from the tap. It's one of the purest and cleanest waters that, you'd have access to on this planet, I would say, along with a good work and life balance. So that overall would lead to a good quality of life. So that's also a point of view for you to consider. Finally, with regards to the IRCC changes, and we received some of these news, and you might have been coming across some of these articles or news media. This week, we received some more news about changes that are potentially coming for PGWP. And for those of you who may not be familiar with PGWP, this is the Postgraduate Work Permit. So the main changes that we have seen now is there is a more importance, a more heavy emphasis with regards to the English proficiency and connecting that to the PGWP eligibility. Okay? So that is an important point for all of you, to take the English proficiency with a lot more seriousness. Because not only will this help you with your admissions, but also beyond that as you're looking for jobs and as you're looking for the work opportunities in PGWP. There's also a connect now with the labor market needs and aligning programs and work opportunities with the PGWP. So now it has been made clear that the focus will be on long-term labor market needs, especially in programs that align with healthcare, STEM, and STEM, for those of you who may not be familiar, STEM, it means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So any programs that fall into those categories, those have been aligned and identified as the long-term labor market needs. Finally, with agriculture as well. So these programs, in the short and long term, these are the programs that may give you the best chance of success as you're coming. Before I end today, I want to give you a few pieces of advice. Firstly, I mentioned about the English proficiency, so it would be a great time for you to start focusing on that now and make sure you're actively working on that and using platforms like this to be able to practice. And I would say do your research to find a university, college, or institution and a city and province that best suits your needs. Because, of course, there's lots of different factors that you're going to be considering for that. Find a program that aligns with both your interest and the labor market needs that now are mentioned, especially from the Government of Canada. And I think that in the short and long term will give you the best chance of success. If you can align your needs of the programs that you're looking for your passion, and perhaps find a particular program that also aligns with the labor market needs. Areas that the government has announced that we need more students and we need more people to fill these roles. And areas where you will be able to find full-time work opportunities directly after graduation as well. Fourth, I would talk about the social media content. Now, I am sure many of you, including myself, consume a lot of short video content, when we're scrolling across and looking at reels end on end. And sometimes with those short media content, I want you to be aware that think about and be mindful of how these algorithms are designed in the first place. The algorithm is designed to push content that will drive engagement. So not everything that you are seeing on those social media reels, both positive and negative, take it with a grain of salt, because it may not be the entire truth. So do your research, look into it in more detail. And definitely today you have this wonderful opportunity to connect with many different institutions from throughout Canada. So connect with the different institutions, with the colleges and universities that are present here today, and learn about the different programs and the ground reality, because this will give you a more realistic perspective and a more realistic picture about what is actually happening on the ground. And this probably, I think, will give you a better understanding rather than the social media content which you may see. And sometimes, there is very limited truth which is associated with that content. And the reason that those content becomes viral in the first place is because it's driving the negative sentiments. So again, take that with a grain of salt. So thank you once again for all of you who have taken out time today to come and meet with us. Again, I highly encourage, there are lots of great institutions in the room today to go and interact and talk about the different programs that are available and the different opportunities that you would have. I am located right here, one of the first tables with Kwantlen Polytechnic University. I would love for you to come over and to chat about any of the questions that you might have. But thank you very much, and thank you once again to the organizers, especially to Malmedia and to Goredo team, for organizing this event today. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Utkarsh, for your wonderful ideas and appealing messages about usage of social media. And while we are waiting Rajesh Hamalji in our event, I hope every students are having great counseling with 23 plus Canadian colleges and universities. Hope this is very insightful to you. While we are continuing our counseling, I would like to invite Mr. Prarambir from SAIT, Southern Alberta Institute of Technology, because we covered some of the areas from Ontario, from British Columbia, and we would love to hear about Alberta. So Parambir will be giving you some ideas about SAIT and why it is worthy to study in Alberta. So Parambir, welcome here. No problem.
So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Paramveer Chakravarti, and I represent Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. We are a public-funded polytechnic based out of the province of Alberta, and we are situated in the beautiful city of Calgary in Alberta. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Dheeraj from Goreto Educational Consultancy, who has given us this excellent opportunity to come here as a group of all the representatives being present in this excellent, study abroad awareness program today. So far, it has been a great day, and we have been meeting some very, very good students. There has been some excellent questions that have been asked as of now. Yes, there has been a lot of, from 22nd January onwards, after the IRCC declaration, there has been a lot of questions and queries that were going on in prospective students' minds about Canada, about PGWP issues, and we have been trying our level best to address those issues all together. Today here, you will see there are institutions from different provinces across Canada. There are a lot of institutions who have come in from the province of Ontario. We have institutions from British Columbia, Alberta, and Quebec as well. So I would definitely request all the prospective students to take advantage of this situation based on their academic backgrounds. They can definitely go and speak to all the representatives and get answers to all their queries and concerns all together. Now, I'd like to give you a quick brief about my institution as well. SAID, or Southern Alberta Institute of Technology, is a very, very old public polytechnic. We were established in the year 1916, more than 100 years ago, and we are in the western part of Canada in a province called Alberta and situated in the beautiful city of Calgary. Calgary is not the capital of Alberta. The capital of Alberta is Edmonton, but we are in one of the biggest cities, which is the city of Calgary. SAID offers different types of programs for international students, and to do that, we have 8 academic schools, and these 8 academic schools offers around 70 different programs to international students at various levels. So we have 2 years diploma programs, we have 4 years bachelor's degree programs, and we have one-year certificate programs offered both at undergrad as well as postgrad level as well. So, and quickly to talk, give you a glimpse about Canada. Canada is a huge country. It is actually the second largest country of the world. And if you compare the land area of Canada to that of Nepal, there will be 70 Nepals that would be needed to cover the land area of Canada. And still Nepal, as Canada as a country, will have some space left. So there are a lot of opportunities still available for international students. International students can go complete their education in one of the prestigious Canadian institutions and graduate from one of the programs, and in the long term, if they feel like, they can stay there permanently and build Canada as their new home altogether. Canada is a very welcome country for not only international students but permanent residents as well. So please try to take advantage of today's fair. Meet the representatives from across different provinces who are present here. I am sitting right there at the end. You can see my booth right there on the left-hand side. If you have any queries or if you want to know more about Canada in general, please come to my booth, speak to me in person, and I'll be more than happy to help you with all your queries and concerns all together. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Hope to see you guys as well. Thanks.
So thank you, Mr. Parambir, for your thoughts and the words about Alberta. And I would also like to inform all the students and participants here today that you are, some of you will be getting free QFX cinema tickets. So please contact to us. With your data, we will be providing you some 50 free QFX cinema tickets. We are also providing you some discounts, 50% discounts in aisles. Please contact us and we'll be writing one later for the 50% discounts. And also we have some exciting gift hampers which will be distributed by our Mahanayak Rajesh Hamal. And while we are continuing our counseling session, I would like to invite Mr. Nagarasa from Seneca Polytechnic. I think he is a bit busy in counseling. He's coming? He already came? Okay, so let them welcome and giving back. Okay, I will welcome. Okay. So मलाई प्राप्त जानकारी अनुसार हाम्रो महानायक राजेश हमाल अलरेडी आइसक्नु भएको छ. So उहाँलाई हामी स्वागत गर्दछौँ. Meantime, Mr. Naga from Seneca Polytechnic, please come over the stage and have few words. Seneca is one of the biggest polytechnic colleges in Canada. Recently, the rebranding from Seneca College to Seneca Polytechnic. Naga, over to you, and we will welcome our superstar. Please. Very short.
Yeah, just a couple of minutes. Right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. And hi. So I'm here from Seneca Polytechnic, one of the public institutes in Canada. We are based in Toronto. We are 50 plus years of experience in educating all polytechnic students coming to Toronto. Basically, the difference in polytechnics is that we are very closely connected to the job market. All our programs are designed in conjunction with the industry, where program is created based on the industrial demand for particular jobs. So this is what we look forward to, and one of the advantages, Seneca is one of the largest public institutes in Canada. There are no rankings as such, but we have 15,000 plus international students. We offer 300 plus programs, and we have mostly all the programs starting from engineering, aviation, business, and all that. I think our superstar is here. Welcome. Looking forward to meeting you. We are also running an application fee waiver right now. You might have questions about most of our applications. Please meet me in my booth at Seneca Polytechnic. Coming to the services that we offer, we have a lot of international student support services on campus as well. We pick students for free from the airport to dropping them to one of the housing appointments that you might have taken. On top of it, we also offer various services, like the Student Federation takes you on a various trips. We also have on-campus IRCC support services for your visa-related queries. That would be one of the advantages that you might get. This is how we support our students, and most of our programs are student-centric. Yeah, sorry for that. So, yeah, any further questions you might have about Canada, please come and ask. Most of my colleagues are here as well. So please feel free to come to our booths, ask questions about Canada. Again, Canada is one of the top destinations, even after so many news that you might have heard in the media. We are still one of the top destinations for international students. Seneca invites 15,000 plus international students each year. This year also we are on track to invite at least 10,000 plus international students, giving you a wide range of experience and also cultural exposure to countries. So basically, Seneca has 140 plus countries recruiting students from across the world coming to Seneca. That's the advantage you get and the exposure you get for coming to Seneca Polytechnic. Looking forward to meeting you all at the Seneca Polytechnic booth. Please let us know. And also we are running an application fee waiver once again for you. Please let us know if you have any questions further. Thank you so much. I'll hand it over back to Dheeraj.
Thank you, Naga, for having your words here. I think with the arrival of our superstar Mahanayak Rajesh Amal, we were very excited, and the program format would be now onwards. our Mahanayak will give some space about whether it is really important to go to abroad for a study or not, and why we should be very much aware while proceeding our study abroad. And also, Mahanayak will be giving token of love to our distinguished college representative, university representative. So I think our photographers are busy in taking pictures with him. So no problem. We can continue to get some photos with our superstar. Hmm? Okay. So I would like to request all our journalist friends, photographers to please be away from the stage because he's surrounded and it's a bit inconvenient him to be here at the stage. So I would like to invite our superstar Mahanayak Rajesh Hamal, who is the brand ambassador of Goreto Consultancy also. Yeah, I would like to invite I would like to invite Mahanayak you in the stage and have some words about study in Canada and abroad.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful Saturday here in Kathmandu, and I see that all of you are gathered here for a purpose. For me, it's kind of a little different type of program from the ones that I usually attend. I believe this is a gathering of especially students who are keen on studying abroad, especially in Canada. I'm not really here to outline whether it's advisable for students of one country to go to another country and study, but what I believe is that while a young student is pursuing education, it doesn't really matter where you are pursuing as long as it benefits you, as long as it meets your future aspirations and your goals. If you think a particular country is suitable for you, it meets the aspiration and goals that you have for your future, then I think one should be free to do so. And as I believe, Canada is a very good destination to acquire all-rounded education. They have different faculties, varieties of study courses that one can choose according to one's preference. So therefore, Canada probably is an appropriate education destiny for most of the aspiring students who want to study abroad. Studying abroad really doesn't mean that you are abandoning your country and your culture. It really doesn't mean that. You can study anywhere in the world, pursue education and enlighten yourself, and yet embrace your culture, have affinity towards your nation and your country. That can remain there forever. And pursuing education abroad will only broaden your horizon, your experience, your exposure. So if you are willing to come back to your own motherland and serve, you might be in a better position to serve. You might have a better qualification. You might be better, well exposed and have a broader view. Therefore, your contribution, especially if you come back to your own country, your contribution can be more significant and meaningful. So I'm absolutely glad that you guys have gathered here. I'm sure the people who are here, who are concerned, will guide you well. I do believe that they will guide you on the right path, give you correct guidance, correct information. And with all that, you can make up your own mind, you can make your own decision, and decide whether you want to pursue it or not. But as far as I'm concerned, I think, like if you really have made up your mind and are keen on studying abroad, Canada can be a good destination in terms of environment, in terms of kind of education that they are imparting, and then the kind of diversity and the choices that you have in various fields of education is probably appropriate for most of the students. So I wish you all a good luck, and make a wise decision, make a wise choice, take all the advantage of today of gathering information and knowing what to do and what not to do, and what are the informations and tips that you require to make your own decision. So be alert on that, be open to that, and ultimately make your own decisions. Wonderful to be here with you guys. I don't see any energy here. I believe you guys are very, very young. A little older than myself, but still very young. But still, I see that the energy is missing. Are you guys full of energy? Yes? So are you guys going to make your own choice? Make your own choice. Use your own decision power and be on the right path, okay? I wish you all the best. Have a great future. Thank you.
So thank you very much, our superstar Mahanayak Rajesh Amalju. We have very limited time of his, and we would like to give a token of love to our universities, college representatives from his hand. So I would like to invite all the reps here and get the token of love from his hand. So I would like to invite Mr. Utkarsh Bhardwaj at the stage and have token of love. So we will continue the counseling session after this as well. Utkarsh, please. Yeah. Babu. Yeah. So, thank you. And similarly,